Electricity rationing is coming our way, my friends. It's inevitable. Rationing of healthcare is what us on the free market side have been griping about since as long as I've been involved in this stuff. You want government healthcare will be rationed. Food rationing as the more you go into socialism. And here we are. This is the latter states of the European Western U.S. experiment is coming here. It's just all there is to it. So it's just sad. It didn't have to be like this, but you get too rich, you get too fat and happy, you start finding problems that don't really exist, and you start having causes to solve the problems that don't exist, which just cause a hell of a lot worse problems than ever were before. The law of unintended consequence. So here we go. The Telegraph, Dateline a couple weeks ago. National Grid scheme to ration households' power use at peak times. Up to 1.4 million families are offered a trial aimed at preventing blackouts as Britain prepares for green revolution. Households will be paid to ration their power usage at peak time, says the National Grid. As the National Grid scrambles to reduce pressure on Britain's energy infrastructure. From Friday, up to 1.4 million households will be paid if they cut normal electricity consumption at certain 2-hour periods during the day. The move is a pilot scheme intended to pave the way for a broader overhaul of the country's billing system as the UK transitions from reliable but dirty fossil fuels. Officials want to encourage people to charge cars and use appliances at different times during the day to reduce the pressure on the electricity grid and limit the amount of new capacity that needs to be built as demand for electricity grows. Why would demand for electricity grow? I wonder, let's see. The trial will provide valuable insight in how suppliers may be able to utilize domestic flexibility to help reduce stress on the system during high demand. Why would high demand happen? Demand for electricity is set to soar in the coming decades as millions of people ditch their petrol and diesel cars for electric models and swap gas-fired boilers for electric heat pumps. The insanity of this is, you're adding more and more load to your electricity grid, and you're reducing the things that give you the freaking electricity to begin with reliably, which is what? It's not sun and wind, it's fossil fuels, you flipping idiots. Or nuclear, but they don't want to build nuclear because, oh my goodness, the Chinese syndrome, whatever the hell that stupid movie is called. This is pure insanity. It won't work. This will happen at the same time as coal and gas-fired power stations make way for more and more wind and solar, which are intermittent, requiring greater management of the grid to make sure demand always matches supply to prevent blackouts. And yet here we go. Wind power dipped dramatically over spring. Quarterly UK electricity generation from wind power. These freaking people are idiots, man. The number of new power stations, batteries. Yes, and we have another battery explosion that happened in that. I can't remember if it's Tesla plant or something. I forgot where it was. It's freaking insane. And other infrastructure projects that need to be available to meet the overall demand will depend on the extent of the daily peak requirements. For example, when everyone comes home and starts freaking watching TV and turn on the kettles because they can't have natural gas, can't have propane. Let's see. The trial builds on a similar effort Octopus Energy ran in 2020, where customers cut 60 PC of their power usage over a 2-hour event. As I don't know what PC stands for. As well as spreading out demand, is hoped that cars could be eventually used as a sort of giant battery system, charging up when there's lots of electricity being generated by wind turbines and selling it back to the grid when needed. Well, yeah, 100%. But the batteries don't have the capacity. They don't, and they won't. It's just stupid. We don't know how consumers are going to respond, but if a lot of it's automated, it's going to be going on the background, and I know I'm going to get a slightly lower price, and I think we'll find that people are pretty happy to do that. No, I want to show you guys something here real quick. It's a Great Britain national grid, all right, and you can see 37.6%. Here's the demand, by the way, 42 gigawatts. All right, that's demand. All right, and what the article said was, if I could find that, all right, I don't know where I got that article. All right. Anyway, and here of the demand, 37% is coming from what? Gas turbines. 14% come from nuclear. Oh, 21% come from, and this is just electricity. This isn't all energy. It's just electricity, which is a fraction of the entirety of the energy. 21% is coming from wind. All right. Now, right now, what time is it in the UK? 6 o'clock or something like that. So then we can take a look and we can see where's the solar pumped hydro. Like hydro is nothing. I mean, that's you're not and solar right there. Nothing. Solar doesn't do anything. I mean, it's just so stupid. I hate wind. I don't mind solar. I can't stand wind. But the idea, where is solar right here? Renewables. I have a hard time seeing it. Anyway, but obviously because the sun's down, right? So because the sun's down, you're not getting solar. So wind is only giving us 21%. Solar is giving us less. So you just weekly hydro, monthly hydro. Oh, right here. Daily pumped hydro biosolar. So let's look at this guy a little bit better here. There we go. And so what we're going to see is solar is in the red right there from 9 to 3:30. That's it. 9 to 3:30. And it was giving us from that time less than 2 gigawatts. That's it. Hydro, I love hydro. It's not going to get enough hydro. It's just not. It's an impossibility. And where's their pumped? So here's hydro. Here's biomass. Oh, where did biomass come from? Anyone want to take a guess? Oh, it comes from virgin trees in North Carolina and Canada. Crazy. Solar, right there. That's it, man. Solar. There you go. And so here you can see the weekly solar is in red. So we got Sunday. That's 4-hour period of time, basically, from 10 to 2. 4-hour period of time. 4-hour period of time. All right. So here we got a couple of times where it gave us 6 gigawatts. I'm assuming this is gigawatts on this side here. But for a small amount of time. You can't transition that 6 gigawatts you're getting at noon to freaking 24 hours. It doesn't work like that. Again, solar's in the red. You can see it's intermittent. It doesn't happen. All right, it's just this freaking insane. We'll see what they got wind here. You really French nuclear wind's right here. So wind is in the blue. It's intermittent, sporadic. Oh, there's nuclear, flat, like my belly's flat. It's just that my belly's not flat. Daily demand right here when people get home at night. Crazy, right? Nuts. And so you can see here is wind in blue. It's up, it's down, it's up. It's like I'm up, they see me, I'm down. That's what you say in a 3 to 5 second rush in an infantry unit. I'm up, they see me, I'm down. I'm up, they see me, I'm down. Same thing here. It's so freaking stupid. Look at nuclear, nice and flat. Love it. It's coming for us, my friends. The fall of a great philosophy experiment in freedom, starting with a Magna Carta. Now it's going the way of the dodo bird, because it's just when things get too good, people get fat and they start finding problems that don't exist, and that creates a hell of a lot worse problems than they solve. I will see you.